Hey Nate, wanted to do a quick walk around on the van. I'll do an outside video, inside video, and then I'm going to show you the updated fridge setup that I have in my van that we're working on over there. So starting on passenger side, rear end, really clean. I like to do these videos before they ship and when they're ready for delivery to show you that the quality and all the small imperfections that is on the van, so that way when it gets shipped to you, if you see a big dent or big scratch or something, we can look back at this video and make sure that it wasn't there before it left. Obviously you have the photos, but I always like making these videos. It makes people feel better about it. So body is super clean on this side, don't really see any dents. Paint has some chips in the normal spots. These drip rails here, they always chip. I can show you in mine, they have little plastic guards on them, which help them keep them from chipping. So we could always throw those on there for you. Down on here, this piece separates up so you can service the ball bearings and the latch and things. So you have a little chipping on top there. Probably saw that in the photos. A small dent right there. Can't even see it until you kneel down. Passenger rear wheel looks nice. Tires are all in good shape. They're 95% life left on them. They're almost brand new. Down the bottom here, everybody adds this Rhino line because these just kick up so much dirt and rock and stuff. So this is all Rhino lined on the bottom here. Looks really nice and keeps these from chipping. This chips quite badly most of the time because of that body line there. All these body lines around these vans have flex points in them, so you'll see some minute chipping going around there. Chip right here on the sliding door. Small chip right there, probably from somebody closing the seatbelt in the door or something. So here on these drip rails again, you can see the chipping on there. I'll show you on mine the plastic guards that can go on there and keep those from doing that and keep them really nice. Front end of the van, it got stuck outside and it snowed on it, so we pull everything inside at night and over the weekends obviously, but it got snowed on, so it's a little dirty, so the guys will wash and detail it again before it leaves. Front end looks nice. These are, you probably saw these in the photos, these are aftermarket Pias that they really nicely cut into the grill, so they look flush factory. They're quite bright, so those are really nice. Front bumper's been powder coated. Get on the drip rail here. Driver's door looks good. This wheel has a small scratch on it. This is driver's front. These are for a roof rack like a Yakima or something. So if you wanted to put a roof rack on there with stand-up paddleboard mounts or something for your renters, you could. Little cracking in the body line here, as usual. This is your power setup, city water, and then fill your water tank. This has a little key with it that's on the keychain, so you can unhook it. Driver's side is really clean. Don't really see any dents or big scratches or any real damage at all. Back on the back here, same with the rear door. This is a Go Westy rear bumper, so you can add another swing mount. I can show you on mine too, that you can add bike racks on or a table or whatever you want. You have a little trailer hitch there too, so if you wanted to add a little trailer with a rooftop tent or something, you can. These swing out with this button there. Has the 1.8 turbo logo on the back, so everybody knows you're the coolest guy in town. This is really cool. They made a custom tubular subframe to protect the motor, custom exhaust. It's a really nice high dollar setup. Back here, ARB awning, of course, you saw that in the photos. Locking gas cap, which is nice. Interior, The mechanic was working on the battery back here, so sorry about this mess. This will all be cleaned and vacuumed up. So they actually did an insulated raised floor, which is really nice. Adds about 1 inch on there, and they trimmed it out really nicely. Also has Yeti cooler hooks underneath there, so if you want to get a Yeti cooler for it, that's nice because the floor is usually ribbed. I can show you in my van, and that makes it nice and flat and comfortable. All your cooking stuff, of course, as you saw in the photos. That's the blower portion for the rear heater. Vents up top here, vents down the sides. You have lights, another light right there. So under the seat here is your rear blower motor. We just replaced the rear blower motor valve too. Those are known to have problems and to leak, so I just put a brand new one in it for you, so you wouldn't have an issue. Under there is your secondary battery. That powers your sink and everything and all your power outlets and everything. There is your ECU for the engine management, solenoid and everything for the secondary battery. New tent, of course, skylight. These seats are on, or this seat's on a swivel, so you can swivel it around, work on the table if you wanted to. That table's right there in the back. On the dash here, of course, air conditioning controls, glove box. You have a scan gauge, which is really nice because these original gauges aren't the most accurate. So this has mile per gallon, average mile per gallon, RPM, accurate speed, everything. So that's really cool. Yeah, it has a voltmeter and everything on it. Down here is your PIA light switch for those little aftermarket lights. And then you also have Audi cruise control. So they put cruise control into it out of an Audi, and it works very well. Nice dash mat, little compartment there. There's some cool things you can get. I can show you mine. I have a center console here that's locking and has 2 cup holders on it. They're not very expensive, and that might be something you want us to put in for you. New carpet on the front here. As you can see, I added tons of this sound deadener just to get rid of some road noise. That sound deadener is incredibly expensive, so I did this whole thing. So you can see it's all covered all the way through there. That carpet needs to be moved back a bit. Seats are in great shape. I also did a bunch of sound deadener on the back here over the engine. Not that it really needed it, I just wanted to make it even quieter than it was. Now it is very, very nice, very quiet and comfortable. Mattress, obviously. You can see all the sound deadener I did. This is a custom made, about 2 to 3 inch thick, fabricated new trunk area that they did because this motor is quite a bit bigger, obviously, than the original motor, so they needed to raise it up a little bit. And they added these Lexan panels so you can put tools back there, cooking, you know, anything that you wanted to for more storage. And it's also still flat, and they're clear so you can see what's in them, which is nice. They put shoulder belts in for the rear seats, which is really cool. Usually they're just lap belts, so that's added safety for your renters. All the curtains look nice. Okay, man, I'll show you the truck fridge now of my rig so you can see what it looks like. This is my Syncro, my personal rig that we've been working on. This has a turbo diesel conversion in it. Quite a bit rougher and not as nice as the blue one, but it'd be a good rock climbing mountain bike rig. So I'm doing all new sound deadener. You can see how the floor is ribbed here, and then we're gonna put a flat floor and basically copy what they did in your blue one. This is the fridge that I was talking about. So this is the aftermarket fridge. It looks smaller, but it's actually quite a bit more capacity. Also has a little freezer section. Temperature controller, has a spot for drinks and the door and everything. So this is really good, really, really efficient. It has an LED light in it. So that's a good thing to do in yours. That I'll send you that pricing shortly. I have it all laid out for you if you want us to order that and get it in the blue van before it ships. This we converted to the Euro round headlight. So that's also something we can do. These are super, super bright LED headlights that we can change the colors of, and has turn signal built into them and everything. So that's not very expensive to do. We just need to buy a new grill and then the headlight mounts. These are those rain gutter protectors, like I was telling you. This just always gets hit by rocks and gets chipped. So people put these rain gutter protectors on there, so we could do that for you too before it leaves if you'd like us to. They're wrapping it green next week, so they're starting on the interior moldings and things, but this whole thing's gonna be Irish, like Porsche green. I have 2 accessory carriers on the back. I have the spare, and then I have a little outdoor table. I'm gonna probably take that table off and they make a mountain bike rack that lays against the rear door there. So I'm gonna do that mountain bike rack. I've got flexible solar panels on top, but I'm gonna take those off and replace those with a high-end solid panel that's more efficient. Okay, man. Let me know if you have any questions. You're getting the nicest van out there. Thanks.